The Lexus Follow documentary dropped today on Instagram and is produced by the Poetry Lounge in LA and All Deaf Digital. She's also going on a City Winery Plus tour with the flowicist of Flowetry starting April 7th at City Winery. Her album Civil Rights, The South Got Something to Say, is available on all streaming platforms. She has a beautiful African print fashion right in the back at her artist merch table for sale. Y'all make some noise right now for Queen Sheba!
What's up, y'all? It's Women's History Month, so we're gonna do some Women's History Month type stuff. Did anybody watch the address, the State of the Union address last night? Who did? Who did watch it? Anybody else? That was crazy, right? What's your name, sis? Q? It was like Trump was like, Q, your name's no longer Q. We're just gonna call you Carl. Yeah, your name is Carl from now. What? It just happened. What's the street you live on? You don't have to tell me, just make up a street. You matter of fact, you don't even live on Claremont anymore. You just matter of fact, that street that you live on is now called Sesame Street. What just happened? Why did you change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America? Why was that bothering you? Nobody cared. We learned about it in 5th grade and forget that shit. We never use it ever again, ever, unless we're going on spring break and need to know where to go. But that's it. Like, that is all we ever use that for, Donald. Jeez, I don't know. It was... Can I secretly say I did like some of the tax stuff? Okay, but that was it. But that was it. Okay. I want to introduce my very good friend, Classique. She does not live in Atlanta. Put your hands together. She's all the way from New York. Don't let the violin fool you. It is a pretend classical violin. It is really disguised as a hip-hop R&B violin. Oh, fancy. Period. So, we are the women. We are our mother's mistake and our father's denial gone global now. We are the Surah and the Psalms. We are the communication link between the Bible and the Quran. We are the secret message in the slave spirituals. The treasure hunt to our conjugal visits, oh, I can feel it. Riding the back of raindrops, licking my brow full of sweat and malfunction. We are the kickback from the shotgun butt on your shoulders. We are Nat Turner's last sane thought before the voices woke him up from that blackout blood on his machete hands, pieces of flesh stuck between his toes. We wear the bruises as medals of honor. This time we red dot our target. We are circa 1934 Thurgood Marshall's test scores. We are the Tallahatchie River, filling Emmett Till's wounds with fish scale and coral, gently carrying his body to Graceland. We are the riots you'll never remember. We are the chip off the old granite, the perfect edges of marble, the slivers of stainless steel, leaving history behind in every fingerprint. We are the elderly lovers on the second plane during 9/11. They kiss and clasp their fingers without making a sound. We are the last breath before the shards of glass rip through their larynx. We are the lower class, drowning in the bottom of the Titanic, the Amistad, the 17th century hell on earth. We are the women, regurgitating meals we saved in the back of our throats to give our our malnourished children seconds on floorboards. We are the 14th star in that Confederate flag. We are the hairs of the stillborn slaves used to stitch the black seam around the white stripes. We are India before the till of the Huns. We are the campfire, moccasins, rain dance, hieroglyphic, shadow puppet dancing in embers, cave wall storytelling, Abenaki, Apache, Appalachian, Black Carol, Boro, Denny, Saline, Fox, Frenchki, Boko, Bikimba, Yoruba, Igbo people. We are the women. We are breakdancing as a tribal tradition. No more passing the American go buck or doe or elk that only visit us at dusk. We are the intelligence in Lil Wayne's whip. We are the public lynching with his fiasco with Michael Vick. We are the Jews that hide beneath the stairs, the slaves that hide beneath the stars, the priests that hide beneath their cross. We are the millions on death row earning a degree. We are the Gina 6. We are only as strong as our latest execution. We are the 5%ers, the 12%ers, the 4,400, the heroes. We are the Mary Magdalene, the village soldiers. We are the blue thing on X-Men that changes to whatever the fuck she wants to. We are the keep your head up when we've been demoted to wifey and shouting every 12 minutes on 8 different stations. We are the chicken frying, home meal making Sunday through Thursday. We ask our partners before we accuse them of cheating, bounce a newborn on our hip, boil a bottle, check our emails, MySpace, Blackberries, correct homework, check homework, find our 4's report card, counsel about safe sex to our teenagers after finding condoms and what they thought was a hiding place, but nothing in a woman's house is a hiding place. Little do they know we were 16 once. Get dressed, get them dressed, fix their ponytails and explain to your middle child that a free lunch card doesn't mean you're poor. It means you're saving up to be rich. We are the women. This is not vote or die. This is run into the voting houses and graffiti the walls, ransack their ballots and Xerox their democracy 1,482 times per inmate and flip the bird to the Kinko's attendant waiting behind the counter to collect on paper owed to us. So find, search, dream, execute, thrust your arms out of socket and have a presence. Because Gandhi's message is not a mantra, but a warning. Be the change you want to see in the world because no one else is coming. They've lost our addresses. We don't live close enough to the sponsors to meet our MapQuest. We'll have to MacGyver our way with a paperclip, an old shoe, and a battery. Because God will give you the gift. God will give you the gift, but you'll never know what it is unless you open it. How many artists are in here? Like, you know, does your mind ever play Bing, like, while you're performing? You're like, oh yeah, you know, that reminded me another thing that Donald said. He was, y'all didn't watch that shit last night? I was folding clothes. I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch this for like 10 minutes. He's probably just gonna go over some, you know, regular stuff. He signed a thingamajiggy. What are those things called? An act, a bill, what was it? Yes, an executive order. Thank you. What class was that I skipped? What was it? That was social something? Right, 8th grade. Okay, so he signed an executive order that said, one, America, he signed an executive order. Can I say that one more time? He signed an executive order that said America is no longer woke. Y'all didn't watch this? He said that out loud. He was like, we're no longer woke. He said, America is woke no more. That's what he said. How do you sign a piece of paper to tell me, catch diabetes. Okay, so then he signed an executive order. And he said that children can only be assigned male and female at birth. Okay, I think that might be understood. But then it's up to us to motherfucking decide. I'm sorry, that was Tourette's a little bit. Then it's up to us to decide what the fuck we want to be later on in life. If I want to be a motherfucking they bitch, I can be whatever the fuck I want to be. Because guess what, Donald? You don't live on, where do we live now? Sesame motherfucking Street. You're not coming to Sesame Street to tell me I can't be a they. You're gonna come to me. What's gonna happen if I'm all of a sudden now a they? You're gonna arrest me, Donald? Oh, okay, I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry. I'm just venting. So I had a, planned out Venus talk about my vagina and woman power set going on. But I talked to my counsel over here, these two strangers, and I decided to change my whole shit, and I'm about to read y'all 3 brand new motherfucking poems nobody's ever heard before ever in life. New shit, y'all can say new shit, because I don't know if you ever get, like the artists who perform at SOFAR, we get these very encouraging emails. It's like, don't do that shit you always do at those fuck ass open mics. Do the new shit. So.
New shit. That's all right. Take your time.
Paper. Y'all remember paper? And tight. It is. And glasses. Hello? Watch this. Boom. Hello. And is in 14 font. Fuck with me, okay? So, I don't know if y'all are old enough, and it's so weird to say, to remember, because I'm 34 plus, but y'all don't remember Floetry? Like, y'all didn't clap when that happened. Oh, y'all do remember Floetry, okay. They wrote Butterflies that made Michael Jackson like millions and millions of dollars. Did they write Man in the Mirror? I believe they did. They wrote a bunch of shit that made them millions of dollars that I bet they don't have any more of. But I'm just, whoa, was that shots? Was that shot? I don't know. But, people, I would walk down Little 5 Points and people would run up to me and be like, Marsha. And I'm like, motherfucker, I am not fucking Marsha Ambrosia. I wish I could sing like her. She is amazing. I always wondered if people would run up to her and be like, Queen Sheba. I just wondered if that ever happened. I'm gonna ask her one day when I see her. But so I'm really excited to go on tour with the Flowists. It happened organically. We haven't known each other. Sunday will be our 1-year friend anniversary. So I know, right? It's so cool. And I'm a Leo and neurodivergent, so if we are friends, now we're friends forever now. Like, just don't try to leave me. I will stalk you. This is called, it doesn't matter. So I teach these writing workshops. I have an online virtual membership, not free, motherfuckers, writing class, and I always tell them, if you have to explain it, you should rewrite it.
Period.
I thought I was healed. Thought time had worked its magic. Thought silence meant peace. Thought the 2-year gap between heartbreaks meant I was whole again. Nobody told me healing ain't the absence of pain. It's the ability to stand still when it comes back. I don't stand still. I marathon. I cycle. I poem. I fly. I drive. I run far, fast. I outrun the questions, outwork the doubt. I hit a new city before the echoes of the last stage have settled. Book another tour before I've even unpacked from the last one. Anything to keep from sitting with the silence. If I stop even for a second, the quiet might tell me something I don't want to hear. Read books like The Body Keeps the Score, but skip the parts that sound too much like me. As long as you keep the secrets and suppress information, you are fundamentally at war with yourself. I read that line and turned the page, like if I didn't linger, it wouldn't apply to me. Traumatized people chronically feel unsafe inside their bodies. The past is alive in the form of gnawing interior discomfort. And ain't that some shit? Ain't that why I go hard in the gym, push past exhaustion, turn my body into an unbreakable thin, Not because I love the work, because my delusion of grandeur tells me Olympics will call again. Because if I can control this vessel, maybe the ghost won't know where to find me. I close the book when the words hit too close. Pretend I didn't see myself in those pages. Listen to podcasts about self-love like The Black Girl's Guide to Self-Care. One hand, black girl, amen, at you are already enough. And borrowed the hoodie off a Houston poet's back, but deep down wondered if that really applied to me. I'd be real good at pretending I'm unbothered. True Leo flex, exuding pride and confidence. Beneath the surface, there's a tsunami of self-doubt, a fear of vulnerability, a need for control. Love knocked again, called actually. Suddenly, I didn't know where to put my hands, what to do with the quiet, how to let a person breathe without holding my own breath. The first time they don't text back fast enough, I'm pacing like it's a hostage situation. The first time they say I need space, I start measuring the exits, checking fire escapes, packing my bags in my head like I knew this was coming. I'd be real good at pretending like I'm unbothered, but my body keeps receipts, overflowing in my armrests, spilling out of my glove box. I walk like I got free will, but my feet still follow the patterns I swore I broke. I swore I covered with snow. I love like I ain't afraid, but my hands tremble when I reach for something that might stay. So I tell myself, healed people don't act like this. Healed people don't get triggered by somebody putting their phone face down at dinner. Healed people don't assume absence is abandonment. Don't treat affection like a loan they might have to pay back with interest. Healed people don't flinch at good morning text because they've read that script before and knows how it ends. Maybe healed people just ain't been tested yet. Maybe we don't know who we are until love asks us to prove it. Maybe I suck at relationships. Or maybe I just ain't healed as much as I thought I was. Either way, my baggage claim is full. And I can't keep pretending I don't know who it belongs to. But they are my pieces to unpack one at a time in my own time.
Period.
Thanks. So, I'm biracial. My mom is directly Cherokee and German, and my dad is black. My mom went home and told her Cherokee father and German mother that she was having a black child, and my Cherokee grandfather told my mother that the only way that she went home and told her parents, my grandparents, that she was gang raped and didn't know who the father was. She was one of 9 children in poverty. I was born in Kalamazoo, Michigan, the capital of Kellogg's, a very white town and very racist. And later, at 8 months, and if you know, I don't know how many of you know 8-month children, like today, I know all of us have met 8-month children. That's when they start pulling themselves up on furniture, and obviously they know who their parents and especially their mother is. She met a white man, my mother's white again, and she met a white man and he said, I'll marry you, but we can't have this brown baby, it wouldn't make sense. So at 8 months, she puts me up for adoption. So ever since, at 8 months, I have had severe separation anxiety. So when I write, I'm talking to myself first. And when we write, when we sing, when we talk, when we comedy, when we whatever, we're talking to ourselves first and hoping to heal ourselves first. Wendy Williams, I know, she's a little bit older than all of us. And we've made fun of her. She's been the butt of our jokes because of her divorce and over several years, right? But lately, me, and especially because I'm adopted, I don't know my bloodline, I don't know my heritage, I don't know my descendancy, I don't know what diseases, if any, run through my veins. I'm not addicted to drugs, so that's not there. I don't crave alcohol, so I'm not an alcoholic. But my biggest fear as I get older is, what if I lose my memory? What if I get Alzheimer's as a poet that needs to memorize poems? And so I wrote this poem kind of sort of in homage to Wendy Williams. I've never met her, but that image they keep playing of her, I'm getting chills, like that image they keep playing of her in that window, I guess she's in a facility or home, that's fucked up. Like, it's almost hard for me to get out of my head. It's such a horrible image. She looks alone, she looks scared, desperate, like, is someone taking care of her? Like, how far gone is her memory? It's easy for us behind our keyboards to make fun of people, to talk about people, to troll, to say horrible things. But imagine if you woke up not knowing who you are little by little. I forgot the name of the movie, but if you DM me on IG, I will find it. It's on Netflix, and I remember watching it. It was excellent. And it talked about a woman, it was a movie, it was fictional, but it talked about a woman, her whole life's work was studying the brain, and then she got early onset Alzheimer's. And they asked her to do a speech as her memory was deteriorating, and the way she was able to memorize was with a highlighter. And I was like, fuck. Like, it was just, right. It was just so, I'm getting chills again. That was just so painful to watch. So I wrote this called If I Forget, and then I'm just gonna do a short, punchy poem, because like you said, we gotta end on a high note, otherwise there's a train out there, hold me back. I got Not Today on my wrist, boy. Whoo, yeesh. Yeah. If I forget, don't remind, y'all are the first people to hear this, like ever, like, whoosh. If I forget, good thanks. If I forget, don't remind me of who I was. Tell me who I am right now, in this moment. Don't pull me back into memories that slip through my hands like loose threads from a coat I used to wear. Just sit with me, breathe with me, let me be here, even if here don't last long. If I forget, don't remind me I ran the New York Marathon in the rain. In my prime, whoa, I put my age in here, scratch. And where's the pen? In my prime, in my teens, body moving like a well-oiled sermon, feet pounding pavement like a drum line, lungs full of cold air and unfinished dreams. Don't tell me I was a 2-time Grammy nominee, that my words bent rooms and brought grown men to tears, that my voice once cracked ceilings where poets weren't welcome. If I don't remember, then who carries the weight of what I built? If I forget, don't hand me trophies for battles I can't recall, not to slam championships where I stood center stage, sweat dripping down my spine, breath tight, crowd wild, and held the room like it was my birthright. Not the standing ovations in countries I barely knew how to pronounce, where they repeated my words back to me in accents thick with reverence. If my hands still move like they used to, put a pen in my palm. See if my body remembers what my mind won't let me. If I forget, don't tell me I was a legend. What does that even mean when I can't remember the stories that made me one? Don't tell me about the stage in Paris where I stood under golden lights reciting a poem about survival in a language I didn't speak, but they still felt every syllable. Don't whisper about the time I held the mic at the Apollo where ghosts of giants hovered in the rafters, where Harlem called my name like I belonged there. I want to know, was it enough? Was I enough? If I forget, play me my own words. Put my voice in my ears. Remind me I lived loudly, that my presence was so undeniable that the world had to write it down. Let me hear the echoes of who I was. Maybe, just maybe, my soul will hum back. If I forget and I look at you like a stranger, hold my hand anyway. Tell me you love me even if I don't know your name. Let love be the one thing this thief of a disease can't steal from me. And if the day comes when I forget everything, when I forget everything, when words become air, where time becomes a blur, where I disappear inside myself, promise me this, you will never forget me, because I built this life to outlast my memory. Because even if my mind fades, my voice will still be heard. Because my name ain't just a name, it's a story. And stories never die. Woo! Okay, all right, here's a very super short 30-second punchy poem about you being a badass. You ever felt like you meet someone and you're like, yeah, you need me, you deserve me. You just don't know it yet. So, I like, when you write, nothing's new under the sun, it's just how you approach it, right? So, and then, do y'all know Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper is my favorite poem in the world? Okay, I am horrible. Did I mention I was biracial? I'm horrible at keeping beats. So, blame it. It can't be the Cherokee in me, right? Like they were perfect at keeping beats. It's gotta be the German. Anybody German in here? Okay, thank God. All right, so, like, and then the tariff thing. Did you watch the tariff? That was kind of gangster. Like, y'all gonna pay the tariff that we pay? That was kind of hard. I was like, oh, so like, hey, Donald. Oh no, I still hate you. Okay, I got a question. I'm gonna ask this on Instagram tomorrow. Let me take off my glasses so I can see you. That's funny, huh? Let me take off my glasses so I can see you. Right. For everybody in here, raise your hand, artist or not, if Donald called you, emailed you officially and said, let's just pretend everybody's an artist, whatever you do, right? Accounting, whatever. Would you come and, quote unquote, perform at the White House today? Would you go? Raise your hand. Think about it now, think about it. There's a paycheck involved, you get to fly on Air Force One. Would you go? It's during whatever Heritage Month you are. It's during LGBT Black Pride Music Month. Would you go? I mean, it's a check, it's healthy, it's decent, whatever.
Fly equals fly.
Where's who?
Fly equals fly.
Fly equals fly? Fly equals... Oh, they didn't go to the White House. Interesting. Fly equals fly, okay. Okay, all right, okay, yeah. I might be like, is this going on online? No, I'm just kidding, No, I wouldn't go, I couldn't. There's no way, there's no way. No, there's no way. Okay. All right. Short, super punchy poem, and then y'all gonna sing Time After Time. Don't leave me hanging on a high note either. And then Classique is gonna play. Have you ever played Time After Time? No. Do you know it?
I'll figure it out right now.
She's like, do you know who Cyndi Lauper is? No. Okay. All right. She's like this amazing white woman musician. Here's a horrible joke. Y'all want to hear a horrible joke? No, it's not about Donald anymore. This is a horrible joke that I got off of Saturday Night Live forever ago. I'm gonna fuck it up, but you'll get it. What happened to Cyndi Lauper's career? Madonna. I know, right? So true. But Cyndi Lauper can play, I drove from here to New Orleans to see her at It's not the Blue Note. What is it in New Orleans? It's the House of Blues. It's the House of Blues. She played 13 instruments, did not have any background singers, carried that whole shit by herself for 2 hours. She's fucking amazing. I love Cyndi Lauper, and I love Time After Time. So I'm gonna do this super short, punchy poem. It's called So What? So what? Yo bitch ass ex-girlfriend didn't answer the motherfucking phone. Be glad she let it ring. Be glad she didn't pick it up just to remind you what distance sounds like when it settles into a voice. Be glad she lied to your motherfucking ass, stoic, unwavering, dead-eyed, the way you only get when love has expired on your stale ass. When the sell-by date has faded off the label that is you, and neither of you can remember why you bought this thing called love in the first place. You deserve to be left. Toes hitting the door frame at 5 a.m., squinting at the second shadow through the busted Venetian blinds that you got on the second floor of that apartment that you call a condo. Heart pounding loud enough to measure distance. You probably deserve to walk into a kitchen that didn't expect you back. No aromas thick with forgiveness, no, what do you want to eat, baby? Just silence and a fridge full of metaphors, clean plates stacked like sealed lips. Cold air rushing to greet you like the absence she left behind. A single mustard bottle crushed it shut. A mayonnaise jar fermenting new beginnings at the bottom. The last meal this house cooked up was realization. You deserved all the signs she checked out long before she left. Wet laundry molding in the hamper. Uber drivers that let her ride up front. Duh. Read receipts glowing like neon exit signs, and the move so smooth, so surgical, so complete that it took you 3 whole days to realize all she took was her earrings, her underwear, and the weight of pretending, dumbass. You're at the bar, now you're at the bar, throwing back shots of escape, and voila, I walk in. Oh my God, that was so nerve-wracking to read 3 new poems. All right, we're about to do Time After Time with someone who's never heard it before, me off beat, and y'all. This is about to be amazing. Okay, come on, stand up, y'all. We're about to do this. We're only recording it on my iPhone. Come on, yeah. Y'all, come on, look at the words. Y'all don't have to guess. So I do the Matchbox 20 version, even though I love Cyndi Lauper. Y'all know Matchbox 20? Yeah. Oh, good. See? Okay, awesome. All right. Lying in my bed, hear the clock ticking, I think of you. Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing new. Flashbacks, warm nights, almost left behind. Y'all gotta keep me on beat. Suitcase memories, thank you. Time after sometimes you picture me and I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me, I can't hear what you have said. And you say, go slow, I fall behind. Come on, the second hand unwinds. If you lost, come on, SOFAR. Time after time, if you fall, come on. Time after time, if you lost, time after time. No high note on this one. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. I know everybody wants to do high note. Time after time. What's the next verse? What's the next verse? Okay. Y'all started. My picture fades and darkness has turned to gray. Watching through windows, the ring if I'm okay. Secret it's out of time. If you're lost, and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall off, catch and I'll be waiting. Come on. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Come on. Time after time. Now you can do it. If you fall, I will catch you and time after time. 3 times. Time after time. I like y'all, I can sing. Time after time. Time after time. Last one, drag it out. Time after time. Thank y'all so much. I'm Queen Sheba. Appreciate y'all so much. This was awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Lola. Thank you so much, SOFAR. Appreciate y'all. This is so great. I love doing SOFAR shows. This is so awesome. Please do join my community, the Queen. Oh, y'all get an email. Fuck it. Y'all get an email. Click the link. Follow me. On Saturday, I am also putting on a Women's History Month show at City Winery. I do have a $5 discount code, and I have some beautiful African prints back there that I buy so much shit on the road. It's just beautiful clothing. I just don't have any more space. And sometimes I wear it one time, and I would love to just pass it on to somebody for a very minimal fee. Really, I just want to give it to you so you can wear it and take pictures yourself. So thank you so much. Thank you so far. Y'all been amazing. Thank you. Put your hands together for Classique all the way from New York. She'll be there Saturday at City Winery with a bunch of my friends. It's going to be amazing.
Make some noise for Queen Sheba!
All right, y'all. As she said, she has some